Hello there, neighborly meatbags. Cyraxx has evidently decided to take another crack at podcasting. Late last night, he premiered the first episode. We were there, and as expected, it was pretty bad. So let's add some fun and also see what folks in the chat had to say. Here we go.
What is going on, everybody? You guys already know who it is. On to explain it. It's your boy Raxxo. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Second Chance podcast, where I talk about everything going on in my life and friends' lives, where I help people out.
Well, this should be pretty short then. We know you've got nothing going on in your life except the same old shit. And we also have yet to see you actually help anyone.
Hey, let's ditch the stupid graphic. Besides, it's wrong anyway. He doesn't actually have a chance at redemption, and this will be far more than his second attempt at it.
Of the massive, and I mean massively in both senses of the word, but more or less on the side of, more massively hated troll, Music Biz Marty.
By the way, he is interviewing Jamie, who supposedly once dated Music Biz Marty. She's here to dump all dirt she knows about him, which means he's already deviated from the alleged point of this podcast, talking about his life, his friends' lives, and helping people. Moreover, how funny is it that he thinks he's out of the troll community, but still wants to talk about Marty?
Today I'm joined by Jamie, who actually is... And would you be his ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance? What would you be to him?
Definitely not ex-fiance. Definitely not ex-girlfriend. I'd say I'm just an ex. I'm just an ex.
Okay.
So, meeting me, if she's not an ex-fiance or ex-girlfriend, you've already... never mind. By the way, it's incredibly obvious she is there to troll our boy. She does a pretty good job, too.
But if you guys don't know, Jamie actually ended up reaching out to me not too long ago, and I just saw the message today, so my apologies for getting to the message super late. I do apologize for that. My freaking Facebook message requests get filled up almost daily, so I do apologize for not seeing it right away. That was my bad.
Okay.
But yeah, why don't you just run us through everything, in your own words about, how you came across this guy, and then, if there's anything that you feel we need to run back, we can. But why don't you, start off by explaining, who you are and, how you kind of came across Music Biz Marty to begin with.
Well, that pretty much sucked. He took 30 seconds to say, "So please tell us who you are and how you happened to meet Marty. Add interviewer to the list of things he sucks at."
Okay, sure. Great questions. So I came across Music Biz Marty because I thought he was kind of funny in the chat. But then I found out, after a while, he was not funny. And he was just, going for you, hardcore. And I'm not about that life, It was pretty fucked up, so...
Yeah.
It's easy to tell Marty left quite the impression on her. The gravitas in her voice really says, "This guy traumatized me." Not.
So how did you end up coming across him anyways? I know that we talked earlier a little bit briefly about,
in chat?
How,
Duh!
he showed up, but, what was it that... how did you guys end up talking? And, how did you, end up finding out about him to begin with?
Well, I had no idea. I really just... I saw, his channel. I guess it got, recommended to me. But I thought he was pretty funny. He was, pretty charismatic. I don't know how I got... what algorithm got me, recommended on his channel. But I thought he was funny, so... That's how I got there.
Huh.
Maybe you should ask again?
I know that the YouTube algorithm, they recommend some of the weirdest stuff, I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten some real weird. I've gotten some real weird stuff from the YouTube algorithm. But on the back end, I've also gotten some really cool stuff too. So I can't really complain too much.
Sure you can.
Like what? What'd you get?
Just different stuff, like car-related stuff, gaming-related stuff. Just all kinds of really neat stuff. But why don't you explain to everybody? Like, I know you said that you went there to visit. Like, what happened when you were there? Like, what all went down when you went to visit?
She didn't say that, you did.
I mean, should I say like all that? Like, what happened?
Whatever you feel like you want to share.
Well, I don't know if I should say like everything. I shared that with you, but I'm not sure if I should.
Yeah, and that's like I said. Whatever you're comfortable with sharing, by all means, go ahead. And if you feel like there's certain things that you want to kind of skirt around, like however you want to do it.
This reminds us of the Kate text. He wants her to be comfortable, which would be, considering who he is, a mistake on her part. Comfort is not something someone around Raxxo should feel.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure if I want to say what I said to you. That was kind of private.
Yeah. But
I mean, but if you want to say it, like, I didn't say it, so.
Yeah, like, I know that you said that he was doing, certain things, behind closed doors that was not cool while you were asleep, to say the least.
Did he leave the toilet seat up?
Like, how did you find out that he was doing that stuff?
Oh, I went through his phone, so.
Ah, a little sneaky, huh?
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't?
Right?
So, yeah, that happened.
So he was talking with other women, eh? Raxxo knows all about that. He's been engaged at least twice this year.
You can't blame me, though,
No, like, the guy's definitely on some other shit, for sure.
The guy is a weirdo.
You're not wrong.
The lack of self-awareness is delightful. Nobody is weirder than Raxxo. Well, maybe Timbo, but Raxxo is definitely in the upper echelon of weirdness.
Like, just from what you've seen of him and from what you've studied, what's your whole takeaway, from that situation? And like, if you had any advice for anybody out there that comes across them, like, what would your words to them be?
My advice would be, don't ever fuck with Music Biz Marty, because he ain't shit.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong.
That's all. That's all I have to say. Fucking.
But like, whenever you were there and you were finding out all this stuff was going on.
What stuff? She hasn't said what she found on the phone or anything else specific.
And you started to like really see like what he was really about. Like, what was running through your mind at the time whenever you were finding all this stuff out?
I was like, why the fuck am I here? I was like, why am I even here? Like, I need to book my next flight out. Like, this is crazy. This is insane.
Right. Because I also remember you talking about how he was actually, you had said something about like the FBI just leaving there or something like that.
Agents Mulder and Scully, FBI.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I mean, they investigated with Foodie Beauty, but not with you. So that was kind of fucked. That was majorly fucked up.
Yeah.
Well, Foodie Beauty is Canadian and was living in Kuwait. We figure she got in touch with either the RCMP or authorities in Kuwait, who reached out to the FBI. Raxxo is just a dude in Ohio. He could try the Mounties or Kuwaitis, but he won't have the same impact.
But like, if there's one thing that you could change, like if you could go back and change one thing that you did or didn't do, what would that one thing be?
I'd change back like not going and not gaining 20 pounds. That's what I do.
What's your son? There's a lot of people that say that.
I changed back.
Wow, his laugh is hilarious.
This poor woman has obviously been put through hell by Marty. Traumatized people often laugh and joke about their experiences. They also tend to deflect from the true horror and talk about weight gain. Raxxo knows he's on to something now.
And not eat like Chicago pizza. Whatever that fucking deep dish shit is. That's what I do.
Right.
Yeah.
But
the
like,
truth.
right.
That's right.
But like, as far as like, you know, as far as like being victimized by him like you were and stuff like that, like what's the one thing that, you know, you're...
Oh, Raxxo, you're being taken for a ride, and we are here for it.
That's either positive or negative. Like, what's the one thing that you can take away from that situation that you can say has made you better?
Well, I'd say like I would not eat deep dish pizza. Fuck Chicago.
The shit that he's done, it's not cool. It's affected so many lives. It's hurt so many people on many, many levels. Like, you know, obviously me and my family and my friends obviously being directly affected. I know that your life has definitely been affected by it. Like, as far as like the after effect of what he's done goes, like, what would you say the one thing is that he's done that still, you know, lingers with you? Whether it's something that he said or something they did, like, what's the one thing that you can say?
Get ready. She's about to flip the script and Raxxo goes with it because it gives him a chance to talk even more.
That still remains with you from that situation to this day.
Well, let me ask you that same question back. What is it that he's done that affected you? Well,
honestly, there's just... where do you want to start? The list is like a mile long.
well, let's start at the beginning, you know?
Oh, God. Well, let's see. He did the whole making me look like a pedophile thing.
No, you made you look like a hebephile in a pretty sick text conversation with Kate. Remember your turn, cutie?
He broke into my mom's bank account and stole money from there twice already.
Sure he did. He stole her bank card from Illinois, then bought you a bunch of upgrades in your games. That totally sounds like Marty. Waiting until Sally had to go to the hospital, sneaking into her purse and taking the card. Marty is a wily one.
He actually ended up stealing a wedding gift from my best friend Ethan.
Meeting me, these are all things that happened this year or last. She asked you to go from the beginning, which was approximately October 2019. What about Bender Boys?
What these people do, that's not trolling, that's just pure fucking bullying. That is harassment. And ultimately, that's a form of terrorism when you really break it down. Because you're instilling fear into people.
No, Raxxo. Terrorism involves more than a few people. It's when a group carries out attacks to make a larger group change their policies. The IRA wanted the UK out of Northern Ireland. So they set bombs, conducted kidnappings and other activities to scare the UK into abandoning Northern Ireland. When you are worried that the bag someone left behind might have a bomb in it, that, Raxxo, is terrorism. When you're afraid to get online because people say you suck, that's just what happens when you suck. See the difference?
Hey, you said that you run your own business. What kind of business do you run?
It's a matchmaking business.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Are you single? Okay. So you are.
Hey,
All right.
hey, for anybody else out there.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? He's a...
As you can probably tell, we've skipped quite a bit. This thing was an hour long, so we feel lucky to even get 5 minutes of usable shit. Anyway, the best part came at the end, where Raxxo talks about working at Walmart.
Dude, so some of my friends have been Walmart's greeters, and thankfully they're not doing that job anymore, and they're just like, bruh, fuck this. So, like, as soon as they figured out how bad it was, they were like, fuck this, I'm finding a different job. It's like, good, because me walking to Walmart, seeing your ass every day.
Wow, the bullshit got deep fast. Come on, Raxxo, you never leave your house. We know you're not walking to Walmart every damn day. We know you claim to have a job. Well, you've claimed to have one for years. The pay is far, far, far less than what a Walmart greeter makes. And the irony is, with the right personal grooming, Walmart greeter is probably the best possible job he could hope for. Anywhere. And be sure to note that we said hope, because for him it would be far from a sure thing. So to you Walmart greeters out there, fuck what this guy says. At least you have a damn job.
Being like, you're here again, motherfucker? Like, really? Kind of gets boring after a while.
Earning money usually is.
Just standing there at the door. Can you imagine just standing there at the door all day, not being able to hardly move? Just like, hi, 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 all freaking day? Nah, fuck that.
He even projects in his bullshit stories. Raxxo, we unfortunately saw the pics that got Marty's video taken down. You have what look like bed sores on your ass? Know how you get those? Sitting on your ass all day and all night. A Walmart greeter moves more in 5 minutes than you do in an hour. Shine on, you dumbass diamond. Thank you all for watching this. May your week be pleasant or better.